3 hours, 57 minutes, 23 seconds. Hey! Come back here! You didn't pay for that! "57 minutes, 23 seconds.
Muscles, is this really necessary?
Absolutely! In every disaster movie I've ever seen, the family's surprised by hiding in a bunker. Muscles, that's not a bunker. It's a toilet. Come on, guys, think outside the box. That's got everything we need. A toilet. I don't think we're all going to fit in there. We ought to! Inside the bunker.
Muscles, for the last time, there won't be any apocalypse. It's just an eclipse.
Apocalypse. It's all the same, Smarty Pants. I think this might be easier if we left the TV outside. George, you're describing a world I do not wish to live in. I'll sacrifice myself. Look, Muscles, why don't you and the boys stay in here and keep acting like complete lunatics while Nibbles and I sit outside and watch the eclipse?
No!
Boys, what do you think you're doing? We're sacrificing ourselves for your survival. After apocalypse, you guys will have to repopulate the earth.
Tell the charge and have the picture about radioism or sacrifice!
And our farm, we love you! Cousin Tom, come back! Here immediately! I'm not spending the afternoon in a toilet! 33 seconds. This is it, buddy.
I'm proud to spend my last moments with you, Tom.
Me too. Here it comes. Girl, you just got mooned! What is wrong with that bunhead?
That was a bit anticlimactic.
Yeah, but at least we've learned something today. That every moment of our lives should be lived to the fullest because it could be very long or very short, my friend.
That is very true, Tom. So what do you want to do now?
TV?
Yeah.
Meanwhile... Muscles, do something! Don't worry, boys. I've been in this situation before. I'm going to kick the door open! Ew! Yep, that's exactly what happened last time.
Dear Diary, today I learned that life can be full of dangers and slice of life moments, especially when it comes to the end of the world. Today, me and my pal Tom were sitting on the couch watching TV and eating chips, but our eyes were red due to watching too much TV. Guess some technology likes to ruin our eyes sometimes. I asked Tom if he could think of any better way to spend our lives. But Tom answers that he can't even think and also wants to check if his heart is still beating. So I had to check Tom's heart if it's still beating or not. It didn't sound like it was beating at first, which we got worried of. But luckily, in a couple of seconds, it starts beating, meaning that Tom is safe. With a sigh of relief, I had to keep waiting, looking to change channels until me and Tom saw a message about the world ending in 24 hours and looking at the signs. We were surprised and thought it was strange at first, until we would start to disbelieve it as if nothing happened, of course. I'm not sure if the TV is making up stuff or not. At the bus, me and Tom were on our way to rabbit school to become new friends along with Rayu and Penny, until we heard a loud screaming and a sign she's carrying, which said the other's near 50% off. When the bus trip was over, me and Tom looked at each other worriedly while sitting at the park bench. Meanwhile, Love was still freaking out about the ending near for our discount, so they want us to hurry up. After that, she left while panicking. After witnessing that, me and Tom ate sandwiches together until a flock of birds flies by us and Tom starts to wonder where the birds are going. It turns out that they were aiming for Mickey's berries and Mickey herself. Watch out, Mickey! Tom getting starts there's something going on here. First was the weird message from the TV. Then Love, or should I say weird girl, with her sign, and now the animals are acting weird. Later, a fancy guy named Sebastian Mitchell comes by and requests for me and Tom to sign up for the Science Club discussion to watch the solar eclipse in exactly 24 hours. Me and Tom were confused about the 24 hours thing until Sebastian explained the rest. Sebastian explained that the sun will be engulfed by the moon and the world will be forced into complete and unnatural darkness. Tom then questioned if it's a bad thing, making Sebastian answer that it signifies the end of the world, but that was before the advance of science. This is causes me and Tom to freak out about it, and the 24 hours thing and run away scared, thinking we're doomed. Meanwhile, Sebastian didn't get a chance to finish. What next time, Sebastian? 24 hours started, and Tom was freaking out about his plans about what he always wanted to do in his life and started to fall on his knees, sorrowing deeply. But I thought 24 hours was actually quite a long time. Tom started to agree with me. How many minutes are there in an hour, which makes 60 minutes. So 60 times 24 is 3 billion seconds. Tom go to math class? 3 billion seconds is like ages to me. But Tom has to make sure that every second counts and starts to ask me about what I want to do with my life, what are my hopes and dreams, and who I am. So I dreamy answered that what makes me happy is helping out for people who are less fortunate than ourselves. Due to circumstances beyond our control, I'm going to start a charity for helping people. But due to my long speech, Tom just straight up goes away bored due to my long speech. Guess Tom is not a very good listener sometimes. 22 hours were left at Tom's classroom. Tom notices me trying to organize so we can get real, a home, and feed our children in the future. But Tom denies the facts about the future and wants to make the most of it right now and not listen to some bamboo and Jonah and about algebra. Toodles says to Tom that the class they're taking right now is biology, but Tom doesn't care about it and wants Toodles to kiss him. Later, Mrs. Saki arrives with a piece of paper for a surprise test and puts it on Tom's desk. Tom then picks up the paper and hands to Mrs. Saki, not wanting to test, but instead, he has a surprise for her. Scratching up the paper with his class, throwing a glass of water at her, and jumping on Mrs. Saki very excited. Dang, Tom! You know you can be a savage sometimes. Tom then announces everyone to turn their last day on Earth into the biggest party ever, with me supporting him. But Toodles starts to do the test, and Mrs. Saki gets Sparkle. And Tom those nonsense things to her. 22 hours still. At the school hallway, me and Tom had finished the detention, with Tom realizing that 3 hours for detention wasn't the best use of their time. Now Tom's gonna be late for his wedding. Or will he? In imagination, Tom and Toodles were getting married. Seal Phantom Pipe is the person, me and Cherry are the godparents, and Elizabeth and Kitty are the witnesses. Seal then announces that by the power of elegance, it is his duty to ask if there is anyone here is there any reason why Tom and Toodles should not be in marriage. So he raises his hand and hopes to speak now or forever hold her peace. However, Toodles gives out 3 reasons. 1, she's 17 or 18 and so is Tom. 2, Tom didn't even propose to her, who was trying to marry her in the school corridor. And last, the wedding ring is actually a bagel, and it shouldn't stop him from asking her again in 20 years. After the 3 reasons, Toodles gives Tom a kiss on the cheek and leaves. Then I start to realize that Tom doesn't have 20 years, but Tom reveals that he loves too much to let her know the truth. Later, Tom asks Yume if she wants to marry her. He sends the carrot to get shocked. I guess cats do form bonds after all. 13 hours left. After a long day at school, me and Tom had lunch with our cousins and my nephew Nibbles. Tom had to wait for no reason, and Nibbles confusedly asked him why he had to wait, making him answer that it's something he always wanted to do. Later, he asked his cousin George about how long he's going to live for. George then answers to him that his grandpa lived to be 102, so he wasn't worried. Tom calculates that it's at least 90 more birthday presents, so he requests him that he would like to combine all of his birthday presents in one marriage welcome present. And now he wants a pony after dinner. I guess Tom's gonna be girly addicted sometimes. Nibbles laughs about just like it was silly, but which Tom makes Tom question to him seriously about why he's laughing. But Nibbles answers with nothing, but questions to him if he wants a turtle with that. This causes him and me to laugh. And to be honest, I think Nibbles would look funny at tutus. George then tells Tom that if he gives him a pony, he can get bored of it in a day. But Tom thinks that's not an issue. So George finally accepts that he will give him the pony. But soon after, because the muscle starts to lay golden eggs. I guess you could say he's a golden mouse.